A student and self-employed, Nalan Lawson is always working.
I mean, I work while I'm on a flight. I mean, these flights are not an hour. I mean, to go to the States, if I want to go to LA, it's 13 hours.
She lives in Istanbul, is an American and a Turk. She feels increasingly targeted simply because of who she is and where she's flying from.
There is fear now of going back to the States. I mean, I just don't know what I'm going to experience when I get to the border, when I get to American soil.
Now she's worried it's going to get worse. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security announced this week that passengers on direct flights to the U.S. from 10 airports in 8 countries will have to check any electronics bigger than a smartphone. They won't be allowed in the cabin. The U.K. followed suit with its own version of the ban.
I think it's probably prejudice. I think they're just against Muslims. Technically, somebody could board a flight from Germany. They could board a flight from Spain with their laptop. I mean, if you're going to create this ban, you should create it all across the board for everybody.
Many aviation experts and analysts are saying this is not just about preventing the next potential attack, but that the U.S. and the U.K. are trying to help their own country's airlines compete with the rapidly expanding airlines and airports on these lists.
To suggest that Dubai doesn't have the equal capabilities and better than the Europeans, the Americans, and the Asians in terms of search, interdiction, surveillance, I find amazing.
Turkish officials are pushing for Istanbul to be removed from the lists, citing, among other things, the multiple security checks at Istanbul's Atatürk airport. But with billions of dollars at stake, they're also getting creative.
Carefully stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins.
The airline says it will provide iPads to travelers on the affected flights and will offer a security guarantee for the electronics you now have to put in your checked baggage. So is Emirates Airlines.
This thing has so many games and so many movies, it's crazy.
It may smooth the new concerns travelers now have to add to their lists. But it won't change the fear Lawson still faces every time she lands in the U.S. Nil Köksal, CBC News, Istanbul.